Hello everybody, and welcome back to the main original quest of Fallout 76. So in the last one we found out that in order to get up into the top of the world, we need to do something for Rose. We need to find the signal schematic. So as always, I'm going to turn off my side quests because they're bothering me. But I can leave these two on. Now I'll click C for show on map. This is the place I gotta go. So it's directly behind me that away. So we're gonna go that way. Probably earn some fast travel locations along the way, including this one. This was an old raider outpost. Because these raiders were people that were on vacation at the ski resort, and then when the bombs dropped, they were stuck here and created raider factions. But these raiders are obviously gone. They are dead. Just want to keep following this way. You can also travel down to Bolton Greens and go around using the roads, so you can go by Monongah Power Plant if you want that fast travel route. And like I said, the original route I would have said to go up to in order to see some random encounters and stuff, but again, we're focusing on story here. Oh hey, someone who's not alive. Phyllis. Leave me alone. Good thing I still have this pistol. Pretty good. Not that they wouldn't have instantly died anyway.
Everyone to hear, they mean so much to me.
Leave me alone. Well, not a problem anymore. Farewell, problem. Could have assumed that was gonna happen. Apologies for the lag, I'm not quite sure what is causing it this time. Alright, we're getting real close. Look at that. That texture did not load in. That was tragic. Oh, what? Who is shooting me? How dare you? Consider yourself dead.
Everything myself.
Oh, is that the dog that said that? That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Well, for the next area of the story, there is a chance that you might see a honey beast or other creatures. They'll definitely be scorched here. I've seen an event here before. But at this point, as I've shown you before, we've got our handy T-51B that is not T-51B, but it is a power armor frame, and it is enough to fall from long distances. So we will. This, by the way, is a pretty flat spot to build your camps, these spots on the Seneca rocks here. Just saying. prayers, man. Bye-bye, Scorch guy. There's the honey beast I was telling you about. Take a closer look when I get closer, but I just shot its head off. Obviously, we can nuke the nearby one, so we need the signal repeater notes. And the signal repeater schematic. Now I need a duplexer and a transponder. This is the baddie you might have had to face. Its head is gone, but this was it. They can also summon those bee swarms, so be careful. I'm gonna let that just come back to me as it happens. Here's our bee friend. What's left of him. Alright. So now, we need to get a transponder, and we need a duplexer. So we will fast travel to Bolton Greens, or wherever else you want to have gone. The Raider quest line is pretty long. As is, well, pretty much the last factions that you work with are the longest factions you will work with. So we need a transponder. So I'm going to take this road. So I don't believe I have a closer fast travel point to any of this. No, I do not. So we're going to walk ourselves there. Again, any camps or anything that you can fast travel to if you're willing to spend the caps will benefit you in this regard. I wanted him dead, sorry. My apologies. Like it or not,
it's hard work making a living out here.
As lots of people have said about this game, you can't deny that it's not a good-looking game. You can, you would just be wrong. Especially the lighting, even if it is fake. Ray tracing would be pretty cool. It's just been revoked. Right. We're coming up on this place, Horizon's Rest, which will be filled with super mutants. Super mutants are a good source for XP. There is another place that's a good source for XP that has lots of super mutants. Your first experience with one of these will probably be in the Vault Tech place. Wood. Yeah. I'll show you about government supply drops, which are holotapes that you'll find over the course of the game at some point. Not now. But this tower we're coming up on will be how you do that. So I'm just going to grab it. Whatever the nearest one at my position is when I decide to do that, I will do that from. But might as well grab the fast travel from. Hopefully this doesn't start an event. This can also have super mutants, which clearly are not a problem for me. Oh yeah, turret. Did I get the fast travel? I did, and I'm taking his single cap. I won't spend it all in one place. Anyone else? Good. And while you're at Horizon Rest, you'll be very, very close to Helvetia, which is the place for the Posnot event. So I would grab that one too while you can. That's a once-a-year event based on a real-life event that takes place in Helvetia, West Virginia. You'll find, I believe, 5 Fosnot masks that are already in the base game, but the event will give you an opportunity to get more that are exclusive, that you can then get multiple copies and sell at your camp and all that. Now this, I say, is the most efficient way to get here, because now I can avoid all these super mutants, because I went straight here. But I would suggest going there and getting it. But in the black box up here will be your transponder. Okay, I'm now hidden. Lucky. This was a lucky thing. So now we're going back to the top of the world. I would suggest going back to the top of the world. Do as you please. Even though I'm hidden, there are enemies nearby. That's why it's doing this. It doesn't matter if they spot you or think you're there. If they are in the vicinity, it will give them pretty much a chance to find you and go after you. Not that fast traveling really makes sense logically, because it's almost teleporting, but like, obviously you're supposed to assume that they traveled. Alright, now that we are back here in this mine-infested building, which I actually forgot was mine-infested. I actually don't see the mines. Still can't go up here. If I try, she'll just keep saying,
"No way! Fix my radio signal, then I'll let you come up."
So now we gotta go get a duplexer. Just flexing my invincibility there. I'll just run into this one. That's right, didn't even phase me. He didn't even flinch that time. Can you do that? I promise you no. Say bye-bye, radiation. See how many stim packs you can save up when you don't have to use them? Wonder how many I'll have by the end of this. I am going to use them occasionally, but I'm not going to worry about counting that. Alright, so this place, you will have robots that you have to worry about. Now, I'm just going to jump down. I would use power armor, or walk all the way around. Yes, a public event. So we're coming up on this. There will probably be a Mr. Gutsy, some iBots. Don't quote me, but I believe I've seen a sentry bot here before. So be aware. Those can be enemies we're going to deal with here. I see the Mr. Gutsy and the iBots. I see the sentry. I am going to go fight that thing just for the fun of it. But that's the duplex. Sentry bots are the absolute most dangerous thing, I would say, in like the Fallout universe, next to an assault ship. Or a nuke itself.
Are advised to leave the area. Security sweep in progress. Total force used for No surrender!
They will still explode after a minute. There it is. But now we can go to literally any Tinker's workbench in the entire game. There is one at top of the world, I believe. But what I'm going to do is go here, because I know there's one here. I could craft my camp and all that, but I'm not worried about doing that right now. I'm going the quick way. At the top of the world, when you finally get up there, there's lots of scorched, lots of scrapped, lots of things you can collect, and one of most of the stations. So, I was going the wrong way. Can't win them all, Chief. This guy's gonna wake up from his who knows how long nap. Ah, there's our friend. He's gonna make it to me. So I'll get a shot on him. Oh, no, he did not. That's tragic. Alright. So now, quest items. Signal repeater. You can actually find these again, believe it or not. As just random junk items, and you could craft it again. I don't think you can give it to anyone. But alright, now we need to go to the National Isolated Radio Array, which is a real place where they listen for things in the US. And I'm going to go right back to where the sentry bot was, actually. But that's a real place where the town nearby cannot have electronics. There's no signals, there's no phone plans there, nothing. Pretty interesting, actually. I would read up on it if you're interested. Along with all the prototype nuclear vehicles that have been in existence, there's been a few of them. Boat, even. Alright, so the National... This is another super mutant infested location. So is Huntersville. Just so you know. The blue zip is lightning fast. Fun fact, the little other green one is called the Fusion Flea. The one shaped kind of like a flea. There is, near the top of the world, a train station. It's right there. We're going this way. I'm just trying to think of a better way to get to it. Should have probably just gone to there, but you could also just cut through here. So that's what I'm going to do. Be careful, there is a lot of, like, more dangerous wildlife, but this, I would say this region, other than the forest, is a pretty good place for hunting. You might find a lot of rare albino creatures. I usually do. I found many a rad stag that are albino. It's pretty up there from Fallout 4 when it comes to the amount of creatures that you're gonna find with, like, different types. Diseased, irradiated versus scorched versus... glowing. Oh yeah, there are anglers here. So maybe don't go this route, but do what you do. We're not even dying instantly in God mode. Would you look at that? Is there any more? It appears not. That is tragic for them. Not for me. Alright. So we're going this way. I got a little off track there. If you want to remove that one icon always pointing back to top of the world, you can disable the missing link, because the missing link is kind of the overarching quest that will not be completed until you've done all of Rose's quests up until, I believe, once you see her and you find out the fate of the Final Responders quest. I'm going to let these go off this time. You can't collect them once they go off like that. Ah, Silt Bean. I'm not naming anything particularly special. I don't usually harvest these or create things out of these. But there are perks where meat will no longer help you out. But vegetables will give you boosts. There's a specific mutation for it, so... This place is going to be a story place for Rose. So, I would grab it if you come by here like I did. Or go whatever route you want. Big Fred's Barbecue Shack, which always reminds me of Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. We are walking. We are doing that. Indeed we are. Is that a Yaogwai? Oh, that's the son of Fluffy. I don't quite know what... particular story is on that one, or why he's called Son of Fluffy, but he apparently spawns here, in this spot, near Big Fred's barbecue shop. Continuing. Now we can finally start to see it from where we are. It's not quite... yeah, now it's loaded in. This reminds me of that bridge in Fallout 3 near what leads to the pit. Ironically enough, since the pit is actually coming to Fallout 76. At least the original pit. We'll get to see the start of it, that before it becomes a raider-infested hellhole run by the asshole Asher. I'm going to jump. You would have taken fall damage there. Use power armor or go around. Obviously. It may seem obvious, but honestly, you would be surprised how unobvious some things are. Power armor again. Bam. Yes. Love the design. We have arrived. The National Isolated Radio Array. Reminds me of that place from Fallout 4, but it's much more, much cooler looking, I would say. Much more impressive. There is a place over there attached to it that has super mutants. If you can avoid combat, I would. Unless you just really want the, XP. When the game first came out, I had to sneak around pretty much everywhere. I pretty much had to sneak through this whole thing and hope I didn't get spotted. That's pretty much how I played it. And honestly, I feel like that's more realistic. So, you won't get that feeling anymore. Here we go. So I killed the super mutant in there, which you're gonna have to probably do. Or run in there, hit it, and fuck out of there as quick as possible. Take his taps. Yeah, take your taps. And now, favorite power.
This is an emergency alert. It's the end of the world and we're all fucked! I love this thing. My friend, you just helped me tap into the emergency broadcast system for the whole region. This is gonna be so much fun! But enough small talk. Full disclosure, I didn't think you'd succeed at getting my signal working. So I was just gonna kill you and take your stuff when you came back. If you came back at all, that is. Guess it'd be a real dick move for me to do that now. Look, I'm what you people would call a raider. Killing, stealing, and cheating is kind of my shtick. And thanks to you, I've got a working radio. So I can reach others like-minded individuals and get them to join me. Open the floodgates. Hey, come see me at the top of the world when you get the chance. I've got something for ya, and I pinky swear I won't kill ya.
Alright. Do that if you want, kill them, but now we can just go back to the top of the world. We have arrived. We're gonna brave the mines again. At least I shall. The signs say do not, but I do not care. I do not read it, the sign, for it no concern to me. So now, we can actually go up to the observation level. But here we go. This is a good place for grenades. There's a few of them here. But obviously these are the raiders, and here we go. We found Madigan and Rose, which we will see the real Rose at some point.
Oh, I see now. You're here about that guy, huh? Well, good luck getting anything out of him. He's been dead a while. Who knows what goes through their dopey responder brains. Can you imagine going through life 100% chem-free? Anyway, you're probably looking for that scorch detector uplink thingamajig he was trying to install when they caught him. Seems real handy. I know where it is, but I'm not ready to talk. But maybe, if you help me out, I'll trust you enough.
Right. There is a holotape here about Rose and David. And here we go.
Well, this is a little awkward. Not what either one of us expected, eh? Anyway, to prove I'm not a monster, I scrounged up some old junk to give you as a reward.
That's signal strength. Got another level, and we've started Flavors of Mayhem, where you try out some raider tactics to gauge their effectiveness. One thing from all of the old games. This is a long quest. If you're planning on doing all the raiders in one go, good luck. But here we go. Rose, True Love. I believe David made this robot, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, hey, I had something to say to you. Now, what was it? Right. So, wanna help me out again? So, the old bands of raiders each had their own, pet projects or whatever, to be all special. If I'm ever going to rebuild a raider army, I need to figure out which of these crazy tactics actually work. We both win. I get answers, and you get a new toolbox full of scary things you can use to terrify your enemies and gross out your friends. We'll start with my personal favorite, Karma. No, not that new age bullshit. I'm talking about a chem that hits hard but leaves you reeling. My cutthroat friends figured out a way to weaponize it. I'm gonna lend you my old Syringer, and you're gonna modify it to shoot karma darts! Just bring it back, or I'll find you and kill ya! Seriously. Not joking. I really will.
Alright. So now we need to create a mod for the Syringer. As I said before, there is a place you can go where it's going to try and get you to go. You can go back to your camp if you want, but there's lots of enemies here. Be careful. Rocket launchers and everything. So, this is the first instanced thing. Other people can't follow you in, and you can make story choices and do things. I'm not 100% why this specific one is popping this up, because there's nothing that really happens here. Maybe a little bit of dialogue, but you can just find that stuff and leave. So, because it doesn't save as often, you want to do what you're doing and get out. So here we go.
I'll be keeping an eye on you from up here. I can see just about anything with my robot eyes and these viewfinders. And lucky you, since you helped me tap into the emergency broadcast system, you can hear my lovely voice from anywhere.
There is a weapons mod station here. The Scorched can fuck right off. But you got Rose's Syringer. Fires blank syringes. Takes a while, but here we go. I'm gonna mod this thing with the Karma Syringe Barrel mod. So I'm switching to modify with R. Going down to Rose's Syringer. We gotta replace it with the Karma Syringe Barrel.
Now that you've got yourself some karma, it's time to see it in action. There's a mean old Mama Yaogwai I like to call. Actually, strike that. I lost track of her a while back, so just make it so there's one less Yaogwai to worry about. I don't care which one. If you can't find a Yaogwai, find something else that's tough so you can see the karma in action. I know, it sounds crazy to make a beast like that tougher and nastier, but once karma wears off, it'll be as weak as a newborn kitten. That's when you finish it off, assuming you survive the initial effects. Have fun!
So as you can see, for 30 seconds, it will do way more damage to you. And then afterwards, for 60 seconds, it'll weaken them significantly. So you just gotta run around for 30 seconds and then kill it. This specific Yaogwai is here. That's the one it wants you to go to. Can't remember, but I believe it's near a nuclear silo. It'll be the first one that you get to go by. I want to assume the big Mama Yaogwai she's talking about is that one, but there was also that son. So who knows? But now we're at Big Fred's barbecue. We are heading, I believe, that way. Crack a berry. I love them. Here's another one. Again, excavator power armor. Or have a pickaxe on you. Or you can just grab the iron ore. No guarantees on how much you're going to get, though. Also, first information on launching nukes. There actually is a place nearby each silo that you can see a hatch open up and the actual rocket come out. I'm not sure where it is for this one, but it's somewhere nearby. It's not too far. And you can actually see it open up and launch the nuclear rocket. But yes, this did take me here. And there's the diseased Yaogwai ghoul. See, I told you, there's lots of cool ones in this game. There's like a Pokemon battle here. Alright, now that's karma.
Stupid Yaogwai. Well, you didn't chicken out and you didn't fuck up. So, that's a win in my book. Now put that thing out of its misery so we can get to the next task. Oh yeah, I've got another task for you after this.
Kill it with this. You know what? It's been murdered. I'll teach you about this in a minute.
Word to the wise, that karma stuff can backfire on you if you're not careful. And take it from me, you don't want to use it on yourself. Unless, you're really confident you can kill everything around you before it wears off. Okay, next we've got explosions. The trappers would rig up bait with explosives to take on some of the more dangerous game out there. I want you to go make some explosive bait and don't blow your fingers off in the process. You're not a robot like me. No replacement hands for you.
So these are Bravo codes. So there's 3 silos. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. This is Silo Bravos. And you'll get these pieces, and then you gotta decode what the nuclear code is. Every week it will reset, and they will disappear from your inventory. But you'll have to find these Scorched officers to find it, or look it up. Someone probably knows what the code is that week, and there are websites that'll automate it for you. Or will automatically have it. So we're at Silo Alpha. I'm going to listen to this just for the sake of it, and then move on.
Overseer's log, Missile Silo Alpha. No one's here. Not even any military survivors. It might be for the best. I don't think Vault Tech asserting jurisdiction over the nukes would have gone over well. But it also means I'm locked out. Access is restricted to the highest-ranking officers. It's not going to be easy to fool. If we can't secure these sites, My God. The automated factory in the silo? Just how many nukes can it make?
Alright. By the way, what I just did to get up here, you can do that to fight the Alguai, but when AI in this game realize they can't fight you, they get really far away so you can't shoot them. They will start running. So keep that in mind. So now we have to craft explosive bait at a tinker's workbench and find the materials to craft it. It's going to tell you to go here. This I would recommend getting here because there is an event that takes place there. So I'm going to go to Seneca Rocks Visitor Center and see if I can't make my way over there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go by the Pleasant Valley Cabins, I would say, because there's a chance you might get cut off by mountains. There's a lot of mountains that will cut you off from different areas, and once you're lower, going left generally on the map will take you lower down the mountains, and going right is a better idea. So if you can get a fast travel point more to the right and avoid something, you probably should. So we're going to go this way. This place will have stuff for explosive bait, and it will have a tinker's workbench there already, so I won't have to fast travel back to that place once I do that. We will have to test it out though, and it will take you nearby a location I would suggest getting as early as possible, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So now we're making our way okay, power armor again. Want the fall damage. Making our way to the Sons of Gain compound is what it is called. It has the event. It has an event where you've got to fight a Wendigo. I don't believe the event will pop up for you unless you have already been at the Sons of Gain compound. It's called One Violent Night. And you'll fight a Wendigo that's legendary called the Night Stalker. Who is this guy? What does he fucking want? What's he running to me for?
I hate chickens! Someone help, please!
What the hell is...
Whew, wow. Thank you so much for killing that thing. Huh? You don't know how long it's been chasing me. Thanks again. You can keep the chicken if you want. I don't eat meat. Glad it's not going to waste.
Nothing out there.
Well, that was very interesting. You can actually eat chicken. Very interesting. Honestly, one of the few meats that I eat. Not because I'm vegetarian or any of that. I just don't really like any other. And it has to be prepared certain ways too, so... yes, you can probably see it on my mini-map, but we're coming up upon Fort Atlas, which used to be an observatory / secret government facility that you don't find out till the Steel Dawn quest, but that is where the Brotherhood of Steel is now. They should not be hostile. So you can go up there, talk to them, do whatever. I'm not worried about them right now, though. Also, I'm not sure why, but my frame rate has dropped down to around 35 frames, so I am sorry about the lag. I can see what you are probably seeing right now, and I apologize. Since I'm doing a lot of long walking right now, I would just skip forward if you are rewatching this in the future. Anyone who's live, enjoy the journey, I suppose. There's the front. Oh, and look! The Blue Ridge Company is there, which isn't always there. They're in a random place, and sometimes they're not even around. And they have rare plans that you can buy with the gold bullion currency you get at the end of Wastelanders, or you can find it around in general and all that. Coming up on it, though. We are not far away, and this will be one of the best places to get wood as well, because there's a place real close to it, a little bit to the north. Be mindful of fall damage. This place has a turret. it's not. It's a raider. Oh, I am hungry. Don't forget to eat. And sleep. And drink. And play music. Spoiled meat. Spoiled vegetables. I hope one violent night doesn't start while I'm there, because then we'll have to deal with a bunch of annoying ghouls. Just as you play musical instruments with whatever group shows up for the event, lots and lots of feral ghouls will appear. You also have to activate a jukebox, and you'll have to fend them off for a while, and it's a pain in the ass if you're by yourself. Fun with other people, though, watching them rush in and get decimated. But alright, I will show you the place for wood. It's pretty close by at some point, but for now, we want to collect this first, actually. And there is ghouls just around in general. Here's the material. Dried stag meat, mine, pieces. Alright, that is the stuff to create explosive bait. Box there. Alright. You can get attacked in crafting benches, so be mindful. And it's actually not under that. I don't know why I can make those, but that's cool. I can show off stuff from random events, but here it is. It's under a mine for some reason.
Great! You've got yourself some gross meat-covered explosives, but now what? Well, use your imagination! The trapper sure did. Any hungry carnivore is sure to be drawn in by the smell of fresh meat. So this one time Chuck, he was the guy who came up with this crazy idea. He laid out explosive bait along the trail after a raid. Then, when the responders came looking for us with their tracking dogs, well, let's just say the hounds lost their scent. You know, because their heads were blown off. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. I don't care what you use your bait on. Just use it to kill some things that would kill and eat you. Let me know how it works for you.
I figure actually while I'm nearby, this is the place to the north that will have a good amount of wood to collect. Other than, I would say go here into the timber place right near Vault 76, and you will have a good amount of wood. Because there's all these that are individually wood piles you can collect from. All these. Oh my god. That was impressive. I forgot I have a number. May as well. Now it's going to want us to go pretty much all the way to the White Spring. Oh my god. Oh, I got a legendary item. That was a legendary. Normally, just like in Fallout 4, after they get to half health, they mutate. Oh, I closed that out. Sorry. If you quickly, like, switch to a menu or something real quick, you'll cancel that before it happens. And see, I'm not even going to store anything. I want to see how much storage I can collect before the end of this as well. That'd be fun. We got a daily op that's available as well. So you can go here, use them on the mole rats, or go here. I suggest here, this place is a very good place to have. And for the Pit DLC, you are going to need to be there because that is where the new sect of responders is. So we've at this point gotten a new sect of the Mothman cultists, a new sect of the Brotherhood of Steel, a new sect of Raiders, a new sect of Settlers. And now we're gonna get the responders back. So we're going this way. I would suggest to definitely do this, and do this here, because you're going to want the White Spring. Oh, the sentry bot's back. Can he not see me through here? Why can't I hit him? Oh, he's dead. As far as future story things go, since we're trying to make this happen fast, I would recommend doing this. Also, go the fuck around. Do not cut through there unless you want to fight lots of ghouls and stuff. But there's some decent loot. Let's see if there's ghouls. Bye, ghoul. I'm trying to get a sequel to my ghoul, but can't always have what you want. And this is good, because going near the White Spring will also allow me to have the White Spring Station. Ah, it popped up over time. Cool. But we'll have the White Spring Station on the Mothman cultists. That's an event that's coming back soon, that was brought in with Night of the Mothman. But the White Spring's a good place because you will have a mine nearby that is for a public event. You will have the train station, and the White Spring itself, which is full of vendors once you go inside. And it will be an essential place to go to for the story later. Just avoid that area because there's lots of ghouls. But I'm going to stop at this train station real quick, because this is a pretty important train station. This is where people spend the most time. To the point where there was PvP battles and everything happening so much that there's a water tower nearby where if you get on top you can find chalk with a little message about random PvP that happened there. And that is the place for the Uranium Fever event, which is also a very, very good place for XP and scrap. Here we are, and also, what? Where's the suicider coming from? How did he get here? I just spotted him.
Kill you quick.
Okie dokie. Wow. Alright. That super mutant's still alive? Why is he still alive? Well, he was not afraid of life for long. These will not be hostile unless you attack them.
Secure.
Do not attack them. I would suggest not doing that low level.
Refrain from theft, looting, assault, murder, or trampling the flowers.
So we need to cut through the White Spring, which is actually pretty dangerous on the middle golf courses, but it's alright. White Spring is quite the sight, honestly. White Spring is not called the White Spring. It's actually the Greenbrier Resort, and it is where Congress and the Senate, I believe, the President, I'm not sure what combination of those at this moment, but they would have gone in a nuclear bunker underneath. But that's no longer it, because obviously people know about it now. Alright, so we need to use explosive bait on a creature over here. I'm going to cut through here. I'd go around. However you wish to do so is on you. If you want to kill some stuff, blow up some of these guys. That was some instant XP. But I pissed some stuff off.
The formal gardens have always been the pride of the White Spring.
Going this way. It's a little field on the outskirts. Oh, that was something. There can be a rad scorpion here, so be careful of that. Okay, we're going left here. We are real close to the location. You won't be able to access these homes because you do not have the credentials to get into these houses. Look at all these ghouls. Do not know why that exploded. And there's a mole miner. Very interesting. But now that we're getting closer, I would select the explosive bait. It will be thrown like a grenade. What did it kill here? Oh, it's killing ghouls. I believe these creatures would be good enough for this quest, but the mole miners were miners that were stuck deep in the mines, and their suits got sealed to them when the bombs dropped. So they're a different breed of creature. They're not quite feral ghouls because they still know how to use weapons. Let you know. So here we go. We found the location where it wants us to go. Oh, that's funny. Ha! Interesting. That's a massive piece of meat. Didn't work.
Let's hear it for brutal efficiency. Yeah! I guess the trappers didn't mind picking shrapnel out of their quarries. As cruel as the trappers were, the diehards were the exact opposite. Don't let their name fool you. We called them that because their stubborn asses refused to give up their dignity and couldn't bear to commit unprovoked violence. Pacifists. I don't know much about their special tactics. Did they have any? I don't know. Go find a Deathclaw and make friends with it or something.
This was the quest I told you with the Deathclaw. There will be a Deathclaw here. You can just go to top of the world. There's one at Deathclaw Island. Ah, that place is at Mama Dolce's. That place in Morgantown. So, you can do that. I'm going to do the Deathclaw that I've always done for this story, but you can go to anywhere where there is a Deathclaw or a random encounter with a Deathclaw, and I'll show you what happens. And honestly, what is kind of funny that I have never tried is if you have Wasteland Whisperer and you have, there's two versions of it, one that's pacifying, one that's taming, and if you have both 3-star versions of that, aim at a Deathclaw and press E or R, there's a chance you'll pacify it, and then if you have both of those, they'll go to your camp and actually guard it and become like your pet. But other than that, this is going to happen this way. But I don't know what happens in the story if you actually pacify the Deathclaw. But remember, I would use power armor there, and here. Honestly, I should have set up a little tent near where the Deathclaw was so I could quickly get to it. There is another set location for a Deathclaw that's next to where a super mutant behemoth spawns, but that's not what we're closest to. This is interesting. These guys are honestly taking more hits, and that's because I'm using a level 1 pistol. He didn't say go, he said shit, but whatever. Alright, we're getting close to that location with the Deathclaw. There There are a few things, if you have power armor, you can do to get close to it without particularly getting its attention. Not sure why there's mole miners. Here we are, a legendary death. That's pretty lucky. Leave and make friends. Normally you'd have a weapon and press it.
Whoa! Hey, hold on! I didn't think you'd actually do it. We're talking about a deathfly here, for crying out loud. Well, you're there now. Either kill it or don't. I don't care, as long as I don't need to find a new assistant.
Alright, I'm gonna use that new legendary hunting rifle. You don't have to kill it. I'm trying to help you, dude. You don't have to kill it, but you can also run away, but you can kill it. Which I did. I chose.
Killing one of the nastiest creatures out there. I mean, you're fucking nuts for even trying it. But I like that about you.
Alright.
It's probably a good time to teach you that not everyone can be your friend out there. That's the real takeaway from the diehards. Moving on, the Blackwater Bandits were known for being sneaky thieves. Let me tell you, they once hit a Brotherhood of Steel camp. Insane, right? They snuck right past the guards and stole guns, ammo, mini nukes, you name it. Right out from under the poor bastards while the rest of them slept. Next thing you know, the knights moved on out with their tails between their legs, and we had a new arsenal. Well, we still have heavily armed super mutants. Go steal from them, sneak around. Maybe you won't have to fight them all. But really, all I care about is their gun stash. Might be a good haul, might not. There's only one way to find out.
They should really update this quest since the Brotherhood is back. But we can go back to Horizon's Rest and steal from the Super Mutant camp. There are other Super Mutant camps you can steal from, but that is the one it is telling us to go to. So let's go do that. There was another one that no longer has super mutants and now has the Blood Eagles. And it also let you go to a different one in Huntersville, which we will go to. But right now we're just going to do Horizon's Rest because it is the closest. So now we can't just skip up from the top like I did before. I'm actually going to have to climb this fucking monstrosity. So here we go. I'm going to kill them with their own In case you needed to know the route up, I shall give that to you. Here we go. The future, eh? Obviously, this needs to be an airplane. Fine.
Ooh, what'd you find? A missile launcher? Bet you got some real damage with that.
Power armor.
Whatever you picked up, keep it. You earned it. Okay, this one's a little disgusting, but it's ruthless, so I like it. Ugh, my stomach turns just thinking about this. Then again, I haven't been hungry in a while, so who knows how desperate I'll be when I am and there's no more food to eat. Kinda like the gourmands. We called them that instead of what they really were. cannibals. I'm not gonna make you eat anyone, but let's go through the exercise anyway. I saw a roaming pack of feral ghouls I want you to hunt down. They're always good for target practice anyway. I'm not saying the gourmands had the right idea. Ugh. But no one can claim they went hungry eating human or ex-human flesh. Just use a toothpick or something before you come back to visit. I don't want to catch a whiff of rotting ghoul flesh on your breath.
You can only do the optional part of this quest if you have the cannibal perk. But I digress, you can kill a ghoul anywhere. I would suggest going to that spot over there, or you can go to the ones near the AVR Medical Center, or to White Spring. It doesn't really matter where the feral ghouls are. So I'm gonna personally go to this one because I know there are ghouls here. I hope they have respawned actually, now that I think about it. We'll see. We'll see how fast things respawn. Horrifying result of experiments. Well, this will be an experiment for sure. Ah, they have returned. That one didn't even hit him. I hit his friend. The bodies are still here.
Now, more moms would go ahead and eat that. Ugh. I can't make you do it, but you're not gonna chicken out on me, are ya? Either way, it's time to report back.
Alright, so obviously you can equip the cannibal perk and cannibalize it, or just go back to Rose. You can do that. That's what I will do. You can do as you please. If you want your character to have eaten a feral ghoul, go for it, sure. It is of no circumstance to me. Do as you please.
Well, you've learned a bunch of stuff about raider tactics, and I've got to say, they all seemed ridiculous. Only entertaining to watch from here. Were they effective? I guess so. You survived, didn't you? We can talk about your reward when you get here. Good job! But you?
So here we go. Keep in mind, even though that middle area is instanced, this place is not. You can be with other people, and you do have to take turns to talk.
Ah, you're back. Why are you looking at me like you want something? Your reward is the knowledge you've gained from me. Congratulations! Hell, whatever. You can have some more stuff I got laying around, too.
Another legendary that you get as part of the story, which I would recommend waiting to get until you're at least level 50. That way it's always the max level version. Keep in mind, weapons have levels.
Hey, I feel like I trust you enough now to let you in on a little secret. My old raider pals left a cache of treasure behind when they all checked out. Problem is, it's locked away and I can't get in there. Double problem, no one trusted each other enough to give anyone complete access to the treasure. So they split up the key. See, each gang's leader had a holotape with their own personal password on it. Find them all so I can batch them together and make the master key. It's more technical than that, but you wouldn't understand. Check out Blackwater Mine first. That's the last place we heard from Freddie Lang, the leader of the Blackwater Bandits. Pretty sure she had a terminal there. Might be worth a look-see.
Alright, so now we gotta go to the Blackwater Mine, which was right next to the White Spring Station, which is why I wanted to get that. Also, this picture actually has a picture of where my main camp is. The Dapper Roach House near the Nuka-Cola factory. It's a little bit south, but it's in between this
I'll be
and the...
straight with you. I think we're past the point where I just want to use you to further my own goals. I may be starting to like you. Now, I don't want you thinking your pal Rose is going soft on you, so let me just say this. If you ever get it in your head to screw me over, I will gut you with this here saw and string your entrails up like Christmas tinsel. Nothing personal.
This audio that just played, by the way, at this point in the story, if you leave the game and come back every time you launch the game until you finish the radio quest line, she will repeat that line every single time. Just letting you know that. So if that would annoy you every time you log in, rush to complete it. But here we are, the place for that quest I told you about. Well, the event. But we're not doing the event right now. We are entering the mine though. There will be a lot of these guys. But here we go. This place has some parts where you have to swim and all that, but that's if you want to keep going through and looking for stuff. Are you kidding me? Fuck off. I will show you the faster route. However, we will go to this terminal first, as this is required. That's all you needed.
Rose here. Not that I'm a creep, but I was watching you through the viewfinder again and saw you enter the mine. Can you still hear me? Ah, whatever. It's not like you can radio back. Anywho, if I recall, we completely lost track of the Blackwater Bandits back in '96. Freddy wasn't looking too good last time we saw her alive. Not her usual pride and spirit itself. Real sick. Her hair looked awful. Something happened in that mine hideout of theirs. Not sure what, but if you can figure it out, I bet you'd be able to track down that key fragment. I'll catch up with you when I see you crawl out of that cave.
And that was that. That was very quick. This is another entrance, by the way. Going up that road near the White Spring Station will take you here that you can use to get in as well. But you'll have to fight all the mole miners along the way. Good way to force yourself to get some XP and do some stuff. There used to be some cap stashes. I don't know if they're still here.
Hey, you're back! I guess you found it, huh? I'm just gonna assume you did and move on. And let's check with the trappers next. They had a camp out near the Devil's Backbone, so they could keep an eye out along the road from the southeast. We never did find out what happened to them. We were spread pretty thin by the time they disappeared. Someone or something probably got to them. Maybe they left a note behind, or some other clue. They were real outdoorsy types, like camping and hunting, so be careful searching the camp for their piece of the key. If it wasn't obvious, they were really into traps.
Okay, so there's the trappers' camp. Can't tell you the fastest way to get there, so I'm going to start here at the National Isolated Radio Array and then make my way to it. Oh, I'm only level 12. There's no way. But, like, at the same time, when you're a god. Unstoppable force of nature, nothing can make you go down. Am I even going the right way? Absolutely not.
Someone there?
That's okay, though. You can look at Appalachia's natural splendor, as they call it. Is that the forest I'm facing? No. Ah, so that's what that green building is. Ah, and this is the place I was telling you before, West Tech. Home of many, many super mutants, if you know from Fallout. It's always West Tech that did this. And if you can find a way onto the roof, which is through a little stairway there and a way up, there's actually a perfectly preserved pie you can always get up there without having to have the luck go through. I'm not going to show you how to do that right now, but just a little note. Sometimes I found legendaries up on this road, by the way, as well, so keep that in mind. And there's so many super mutants, you're bound to find one in there, possibly. Suicider, I see. Should have shot him. It's alright. A lot of these places I have not been since beating the original quest in Wastelanders Coming, because I only went to all the places that had updated things and new people, so. I mean, my main character at this moment is only around level 125. I mean, what do you expect? I don't play this game as much as people who quite literally have 20,000 levels. Not that some of them weren't using exploits to get their way. I'm not gonna make any assumptions there, but like, I know some people were. Oga in the cranberry bog. How close are we to the trapper camp? Ooh, a Deathclaw! It's fighting chickens! But it didn't fight me. Tragic. And that's a throne, by the way. And you can kind of see the roof that leads to the pie. Alright, we're coming up on the trapper's camp. We are doing that. Okay, again, power armor. You can get a good view of the cranberry bog from here. Here is also a good place to have a camp, I would say. If you want a lot of flat land to build a lot of things, around this area would be pretty choice. Choice meat, since we're talking about the trappers who trapped things and their meat. We're in. Wasn't many traps up there, actually. That was probably a good spot, because you can come from above. You have the high ground. Or whatever. Here we go. Trapper's note. Huntersville. It's at Huntersville, which is another super mutant place. Obviously traps, but traps don't bother me. I don't even know what a trap is. I always thought this was a cool little spot. That is the lowest level Stingwing I have ever seen in this game. I always saw them like real high level. I always thought that was a really cool looking flag right there in the middle of nowhere. Don't know much about it. That is a spot when you walk up to it. Devil's Backbone. There's a lot of natural splendors in Appalachia. It really is a cool looking place. So if we keep following this road, we're going to end up in Huntersville. That is also a mine over there that leads to for... It was a Mothman cultist site, and it showed them all dead, but nowadays the Mothman cultists are back, very much alive, so there's probably some in there. I have not, don't quote me, I have not gone in there since, but I would like to assume based on using critical thinking and other things that there's going to be some in there. Welcome to Huntersville, my friends. I suggest running in and running out. They put a trap on their body, by the way, so be prepared for an explosion. I'm gonna warn you that now, so that you don't get screwed later. But I'm gonna get what I need to get out, but be careful and courteous of these super mutants that may try to murder you, and almost 100% will try to murder you. Get that trapper. Give me that cap. Give me those caps. And the key fragment.
Human.
I see some commotion over in Huntersville. Gotta be you, huh? Yeah. I kind of figured the mutant brutes got to Walter and the trappers. What a shame. Then again, maybe it wasn't such a bright move, sticking around when they found out the town was run amok with those big dumb galoots. Why don't you go figure out what happened to the diehards next? Probably just plain starved after Margie vanished. Bunch of useless old softies. Margie had her own room at the Sunny Top ski lanes. It's her last known location. See if she left anything behind.
By the way, if you see a cloud like that, it probably actually is raining in that location. The clouds do go across the land and spread rain and rad storms and all that. It's actually pretty cool to look at. Anyways, so this one, we want to continue to do her quests to gain your trust. That was the updated part of the missing link, but for Key to the Past, we need to go... Well, I can always do this, so I can't find it right now, so I'm going to go here, C. Ah, yes, here. This is where we need to be. So I'm going to go to the Sons of Dane compound again. Right. Let us go. This way. What omens? Typical. I am running out of time here for the night, folks, but I'm going to continue as far as I can before stopping. As I told you before, this is a long quest line. I wasn't joking. It is long and tedious. I remember my first time doing this quest. I'm coming across areas I have not been since doing this main quest myself, because I actually came this route, because I was like, what's the quickest way to get to this next area? I should have gotten that train station. That would have helped me tremendously here. But since I did not, I'm going to have to force my way up this mountain. Brotherhood. I'm actually pretty pro Brotherhood. I wear Brotherhood armor in the game. From pre-Wastelanders, actually. But I am not pro Fallout 4 Brotherhood of Steel, because Elder Arthur Maxon specifically is a real fucking prick. The Brotherhood in general have been good pretty much all the games, I would say. If not slightly kind of jerks, which, you know, there's ups and downs to every fucking faction. I've seen people do 180s though, because I've seen people that supported the Institute in Fallout for work decide against it in the future. Yes, this is a location I forgot about. I'm gonna sneak through here. Because back when there was the observatory wasn't the Brotherhood, I used to go there first and then...
Beatrice is all about maximum carnage, while my designs emphasize the elegance of...
I have no idea who Amp is. I have never seen that before. squeeze my way up here. See the sights real quick. Ah, yes, look at those. Rain be falling on Appalachia over there. There's the top of the world. How close are we? We're pretty close. I'll show you where you gotta go. I believe this is the first chance you can get a clean variant of something, where there's an item that will spawn a ski hat, and there's a chance of it being clean, and clean ones have a much rarer chance of spawning, as are the skiing outfits in alternate colors than just skiing outfit. There's a purple one, there's an orange one. I believe it's orange and navy and purple and navy, but quote me on those exact ones, but you get the gist. There's alternate versions and colors of outfits. Some ticks for some stim packs. Not that killing them isn't gonna cost us stim packs, because we'll be battling. So lots of super mutants. Be careful. Power armor here. Fuck off. Power armor, I would say again. I almost died doing this a second time, keep in mind. And I had a group of 3 helping me, so. Alright, here we are. I don't really know why there was a war, but alright. Careful, mindful of the super mutants. If your attempt is to do the same thing as me, where you're rushing through trying to quickly do it, you might want to use some stealth, but I'm just showing you exactly where to go. Okay.
Wish a buckethead would rip his legs clean off.
Please go away, Mr. Superman. You're getting chains. There are alternate routes in.
Wait!
This is Mark McClintock of the Diehards. What a joke. We deluded ourselves thinking our victims would bear a name like that. But now, everyone out there is as desperate as we are. And every confrontation could mean life or death. People take their chances. We fight back. So we have to kill. We have to murder innocent people. Well, not me. I don't care what this world has come to. It's not taking me down with it. The whole idea of the Raiders is sick. It's inhuman. I'm destroying that stupid key fragment. Those bastards don't deserve their treasures. Unless they return to their senses and quit this whole murderous power game they're playing. If that ever happens, Vincent knows what to do. Maybe he'll be more successful than I was. As for me, I'm leaving. I'll find some chems and I'll go out that way. Peaceful. Without pain. I'm done. I'll see you soon, Harlan, my love. Been too
long. Alright. Now we gotta get the admin password at the Castle of the Rising Sun, and I would recommend coming here. That's a good spot to stop along the way. But since this is the closest, and now we've seen the spot for Site Bravo, you'll be able to see it in the distance, actually. Someone I know set their camp pretty close to the Palace of the Rising Sun. You can die. This is your decision. I will take my chances. Go away, Liberators. Go away. A Mothman. Just a normal, plain Mothman. Another cryptid. I haven't seen just a Mothman. Seen alternate versions of it, though. Interesting. Sighting of the Mothman. Snallygaster was actually all the way back at the... We are seeing a lot of death claws today. Here we are. Textures look pretty crunchy from where I am, but... Promise, it's actually a pretty good looking place. I'd use power armor if you're gonna rush through to it like I am. Just because you don't want to take fall damage in a rush like this. You are very likely to. Once you get this location, whenever you fast travel to it, or if you were to log out right here, you would always spawn right here, near the entrance. Oh, I have not equipped purified water, so every time I open that, I'm expecting to see it. I forgot that I don't have my main loadout right now. But that's alright. We have made it. We have arrived. Palace of the Winding Path. So we want in there. There is Scorched here. Be ready to murder. He got what he deserved. It's actually the quickest route I've done of this. I'm gonna jump over this. I'm gonna jump over him. What the? I've never seen that before. I'm gonna jump on here real quick. Holotape duplication terminal. Duplicate from archives. Diehard's key fragment. And that's it.
Hey, I kinda lost track of you out there. I was, busy doing some stuff. And by stuff, I mean chems. You know? I almost feel bad for old Margie. Smart as a whip, but never did like to get her hands dirty. And couldn't hack it when push came to shove. Anyway, did you find her key? Let's pretend you did and move on. I don't have all day to watch you putter about. Hey, speaking of putters, I'm not sure what you'll find at Bolton Greens, but I am sure that whatever happened to the Gourmands, it was as grisly and inhuman as they were. Good luck! You'll forgive me for not watching this time.
Making good time through here, actually. As I say. I'm hoping in this one night I can actually complete the whole Raider quest line this quickly. That'll be pretty sweet. Obviously, Scorched. I'm gonna use my Scorched pistol actually because I just kind of want them to die. I don't want to waste too much time. Are. Now we just gotta find their key fragment at the Wendigo Cave. Let's go to Seneca. Back away from this confused, scorched wanderer. Take a couple caps. Take this creepy doll. Alright. Solid. This picture was actually from, and the pictures that you're probably seeing a lot of are from the Invaders from Beyond Aliens event. Alright. We are here. Ooh, saw something there. But the... jumping off the side here. But this place is very close to the Wendigo Cave. And now keep in mind, there is a high-level Wendigo, and you will have a lot of Mirelurks in here, and the higher level Mirelurks, the higher level you are, they can beat the shit out of you. And there's actually usually a feral ghoul outside here, or two. And you don't actually have to open any interiors, you just run in. So the leader turned into a Wendigo, a cannibalistic creature, and this will be another one of our cryptids. There are holotapes around here that are like on the ground and all that, so make sure you look for that. You'll probably get a legendary weapon from fighting the Wendigo. I'm going to show you the path directly to him. I'm going to try and dodge these other creatures. Where is he? And disarm that because you're stopping me from moving. Okay, keep following my route. Well, yeah, don't go that way, actually. Well, you can do as you please, but if you're trying to get directly to this Wendigo, man... Oh. That was tragic. That was even sadder. That was unfortunate. That was messed up. I still missed the Fallout 3 Mirelurk. Terrifying Mirelurk spawn. There is not a Mirelurk queen here, however. And here we go. There's an animation here. There he is. Goodbye.
Hey, I hope you're still alive out there, wherever you are. Else I'm talking to a corpse. I assume the gourmands just ate each other to death. I'll never ask what actually happened, though. The thought of eating another human grosses me out. Ugh. Makes me glad robots were never on their menu. So, there's one more key fragment. This one belonged to the Cutthroats. David, the guy who led us, is alive. Or something like it. I saw him roaming around out there, near his favorite barbecue shack. turn into one of those scorched things. It breaks my heart to see him like that. He could be a real jackass, but he doesn't deserve that fate. Now I'd bet anything he's still got his key fragment on him. So really, he'd be doing everyone involved a huge favor by putting them in collective misery. And taking the key. Kiss him goodbye for me? Actually, don't. He's probably all malformed and disgusting now. Yeah, yuck.
Back to Big Fred's Barbecue Shack. A good reason why you should definitely have gotten this as a fast travel point. You get quicker from here to get to these locations because we've already discovered them. Keep in mind, if an event pops up and it's in an area you haven't been, I'd suggest going to it. Like, if it's free, sure. If you have to pay some caps, at least it'll be easier and quicker. Now let's find David. Where is he? There he is, David Thorpe, wearing parts of power armor. Greater power armor, at least. Sorry, David.
Hey, you. I watched you kill David through the viewfinder. So, that's a thing that happened. Hey, I'm hoping that by now you've got everything we need. Hurry back so we can bust that cache wide open and see what's inside. No one's been inside since before they made me, so I've been dying to see all the great crap they've kept hidden for all these years. Don't keep me waiting.
I, for one, am actually glad they have foxes in the game now. Pretty cool. And you can tame those and have them come to your camp. So now, I don't know exactly where it's going to go, so I'm going to do this. C. Ah, we're going to Rose. Should have figured that one out. I didn't figure that one out, but I should have. That would have made sense if I had read the memo there. That would have been good. That would have been good. As always, this slow walk all the way up to where Rose is. There should be a separate fast travel if you moved your mouse just enough to go right to her. Oh, hey, ammo. Pretty good. I'll take it. Ammo does have weight, by the way. Alright, complete requests to gain her trust, which we have at this point.
Hey, it's you! Whatever your name was. You got those key fragments for me? I'll take those for safekeeping. There's just one more little thing. David, he had a mistress named Rosalind. She wound up doing something stupid out of love for the man. Tried to lead a raid on Charleston on Christmas Eve so she could bring him back something nice. Got herself killed in the process. Now, in order to create the cache master key from those passwords you got, I need the holotape program she had with her when she died. You might have to look through the town's records to find out where they buried her body. I'd start with the Capitol building. Meet me at the cache in the basement of the ski lodge when you've got that holotape.
Alright, so now we're gonna find Rose's body, because Rosalind was obviously Rose.
Okay, I see you made it into the city. But there's something you should know, if it isn't already painfully obvious. Charleston got flooded in a bad way. When David learned they killed Rosalind, he took the mini nukes we'd stolen from the Brotherhood of Steel and rigged them to blow up the dam. Damn near wiped the entire city off the map. Last I checked, the Capitol building is still standing. If any place was gonna have records of any of this, it'd be there. Here's hoping you don't have to dig up half the town to find what you're looking for.
That shows the destructive power of just mini nukes. Again, lots of scorched here. This is a big scorched area, so will be this interior. And ghouls. Definitely ghouls. Want to go directly into here. We are actually almost completely done with the raiders. We did do it in one night, practically. That's pretty cool. Let's kill you. Oh, man. Be careful. Obviously, this whole game you should... Searching for information on Rosalind. Requires... Wondering where that was. Here we are. Crime log. Rose. This is Interrogation of Rose. That's what Rose looked like. And now when we open this up, we are going to have to. Normally she doesn't have this mask on, so I'm really surprised that it rendered her with the mask on.
Hey, sorry to break it to you, but I was gonna cheat you. I don't need a program to decrypt the key fragments. I'm a freaking robot. I just wanted you out of the way so I could get first dibs at the loot. At least I'm honest about it. Right. Thing is, I couldn't go through with it. Either you've made me a better person, or there's some old remnant of Miss Nanny firing up and making me care about people. It's all worthless pre-war junk anyway. You can have as much of it as you want. There might be some good loot, but that bucket of bolts bellhop down there won't cough it up without a claim ticket. Good luck finding one of those. I couldn't even shake it out of them. And believe me, I tried. It's all yours if you can figure something out. Alright, so there you go. That's it. Don't get all teary-eyed. I'm sure we'll do business together again soon. Until then, toodles. Oh, and before I forget, that uplink or whatever you were looking for is also in the cache. Hooray, you got it. Go you. Now don't go forgetting about me just because you got what you came for. I will find you.
Also, these scanners and places like it around the map were part of a cut content, but might come at some point, voting event that I think might come when the Enclave return. But let's finish up the raiders for sure. So we go to top of the world for one last time. And that's a nice view in the cranberry bog. Very blurry since this is a stock picture, so it's in 1080p, but, you know. So from here, we can just mosey on over to this ski lodge. Don't mind me just skiing it up. We want to go directly into this building. Oh, wrong button. Probably should have gotten that first. Oh, hey, there's another officer. Nice. Do you want to go up? And then down. Come on, let's go. Don't need him following me down here. There's a shop you can buy from, sell to. And here we are. So now, just look under the floor mat. And we're in! We've done it!
So, did you find that uplink thing you were looking for? Yeah, it got a little banged up when we shoved it through the storage system.
Welcome.
You'll probably need to bring it to someone in the Free States who can fix it. Joke's on you. They're as dead as everyone else out there. You know, at least one or two of them defected to us when they got sick of living underground. They talked about this real smart gal named Abby. Tech smart, you know? I bet you can find something down in her bunker that'll help you fix that doodad. It's in the mire. I can point you in the right direction. Now, go on and scram. Maybe you'll actually be able to get rid of these scorched things. Then, bing,
Nice
bang,
day
boom,
for
200 years
skiing,
pass, you vault people have a
isn't
couple of
it?
kids, they have a couple of kids, etc. Next thing you know, we got more raiders and more people to prey on. Perfecto! Sounds like you've got your work cut out for you. But until then, I'll just be messing with the radio. Don't you forget about me up here. I'm always around if you get bored. Later, alligator.
That chef hat was pretty interesting, considering there's a bloodied chef hat you get from the Graham the Super Mutant and Charlie's Meat Week event, which just ended and was replaced with the aliens again for a second time when it glitched out. Don't know why he's down here, by the way, but here we go.
I hear vault dwellers have good loot, but I suppose we can trade instead of murder.
Free State's bunker will be found in the top right corner. So that quest won't be starts. The missing link isn't officially ended till you go there, and that will immediately start the Free State quest line. So I am not going to start that tonight, but that is the entirety of Rose and the Raiders quest line. So that's it for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.